We were all told cheese was good for our bones, that it gave us calcium, protein, and strength as we aged. And while that is partly true, here's what they didn't tell you. Nearly every senior today is eating the wrong types of cheese. And instead of building your health, these cheeses are silently destroying your heart, your memory, and even the lining of your gut from the inside out. One everyday cheese has been linked to a shocking 39% increase in memory decline and contains preservatives known to damage the gut lining in adults over 60. Another, which proudly carries the low-fat label, is secretly spiking your blood pressure night after night. And the number one worst cheese? Studies show it could shrink the very part of your brain responsible for memory or hippocampus in less than a year. Even more alarming, these very cheeses are still being promoted as healthy for seniors every single day. Why? Because the dairy industry is a $200 billion empire that thrives by keeping you in the dark. The truth is, the wrong cheeses can quietly shorten your life, but the right ones can heal your gut, lower inflammation, and even protect your brain against decline. In this video, right here on Forever Health 247, we're going to expose the 4 most dangerous cheeses that are harming seniors and reveal 4 healing cheeses you should be eating daily instead. From the most harmful to the most healing, every cheese will be ranked clearly so you'll know exactly what to avoid and what to embrace. But before we dive in, I want to hear from you. How old are you and where are you watching from? And tell me, what's your go-to cheese? Have you ever noticed bloating, stiffness, or brain fog after eating it? Leave your answer in the comments, because we read every one and respond with personalized tips. So, let's get started with number 4 on the danger list. And trust me, this one will surprise you. Dangerous cheese 4, cottage cheese. Most seniors believe cottage cheese is one of the healthiest choices. It's low in fat, high in protein, and even recommended by dietitians. But here's the hidden truth they don't talk about. Today's store-bought cottage cheese is often loaded with sodium, sometimes more than 800 milligrams, in just 1 cup. That's over a third of your daily recommended intake packed into a single small bowl. This excess sodium doesn't just make you feel bloated, it silently drives up blood pressure, strains the kidneys, and dehydrates body tissues. For seniors, especially those with fragile cardiovascular systems, that risk is multiplied. A 2022 study published in Hypertension Research showed that adults over 60 who consumed high-sodium dairy products daily experienced a 24% increase in systolic blood pressure over just 3 months. That's enough to push someone from borderline into full-blown hypertensive crisis without a single warning sign. And if you're already struggling with swelling, heart problems, or taking water pills, this cheese could be making your condition worse every day without you realizing it. Take Sylvia, a 71-year-old retired librarian from Vermont. She enjoyed cottage cheese every evening as a light bedtime snack, believing she was making a healthy choice. But within weeks, her ankles began to swell, her mornings were foggy, and her doctor was shocked to see her blood pressure climb from 128/82 to 150/92, even though she hadn't changed her medications. Once she replaced cottage cheese with a low-sodium ricotta alternative, her swelling disappeared and her numbers returned to the safe zone in just 6 weeks. If you still love cottage cheese, here's how to make it safer. Choose low-sodium or no-salt added versions. Rinse it lightly before serving to wash away some surface salt. And never eat it right before bed. That's when its fluid-retaining effects can interfere with blood pressure regulation and sleep. But as concerning as cottage cheese is, the next cheese on the danger list is even sneakier. It's one that many seniors have been using for years to spice things up, and the risks go far beyond salt. Dangerous cheese 3, pepper jack cheese. Pepper jack sounds fun, doesn't it? It's spicy, it melts beautifully, and it's often marketed as a flavorful twist on plain jack cheese. Many seniors use it to add excitement to sandwiches or casseroles. But here's the truth, it's a triple threat for your health. Pepper jack cheese combines excessive saturated fat, sky-high sodium, and a cocktail of artificial preservatives. On the label, you'll see names like sodium phosphate or natamycin written in tiny letters. But inside your body, these compounds don't just sit there quietly. They interfere with your gut bacteria, stripping away the healthy microbes that protect your digestion, immunity, and even your mood. And after age 60, when your microbiome is already more delicate, this disruption can be devastating. A 2021 study in Frontiers in Nutrition revealed that older adults who regularly ate processed cheeses with flavor additives had a 33% higher risk of gut dysbiosis, meaning harmful bacteria began to outnumber the good ones. The result? More constipation, higher inflammation, and even mood problems like irritability and fatigue. If you still crave that spicy kick, there's a safe solution. Use a clean-based cheese like mozzarella or goat cheese, and simply add your own fresh jalapenos, crushed red pepper flakes, or even cayenne. That way, you control the flavor and you avoid swallowing the preservatives that silently harm your gut and immune system. But while pepper jack is harmful to the gut, the next cheese on our danger list is far worse. It's often praised as gourmet, authentic, even aged to perfection. Yet for seniors, it could be a serious trap for both your brain and your arteries. Dangerous cheese 2, blue cheese. Blue cheese is often seen as sophisticated. You'll find it crumbled over fancy salads, spread on crackers at wine nights, or praised by food lovers for its bold, tangy flavor. But here's the hard truth for seniors. Blue cheese is not a luxury. It can be a hidden danger. This cheese is naturally high in tyramine, a compound that can spike blood pressure, disrupt the delicate balance of brain chemicals, and trigger migraines in sensitive individuals. Tyramine interferes with dopamine and serotonin, the very neurotransmitters that regulate mood and sleep. That means if you're over 60, eating blue cheese can make mood swings sharper, anxiety heavier, and your sleep more restless. Even more concerning, blue cheese is made with mold cultures that can produce mycotoxicity, but toxic compounds. While most healthy young people can tolerate them, the aging immune system has a harder time filtering these toxins. For seniors, the result can be more inflammation, higher oxidative stress, and even a faster decline in memory. A 2023 study in Aging and Disease found that seniors who ate mold-ripened cheeses like Blue, Roquefort, or Gorgonzola more than twice a week had 31% higher inflammation markers and an 18% faster decline in memory tests compared to those who avoided them. That's not just statistics, that's the difference between remembering your grandchild's recital or forgetting the date altogether. Take Judith, a 72-year-old retired artist from North Carolina. She sprinkled blue cheese on her lunch salads every day, believing the mold was good for her body. But she began to suffer from pounding headaches, restless nights, and sudden mood dips. A neurologist traced the issue back to her diet and advised cutting out aged moldy cheeses. Within 2 weeks, her headaches disappeared and her mood stabilized. If you truly enjoy blue cheese, the safest option is moderation, more than once a week. And never pair it with wine or cured meats, since the combined tyramine load can cause dangerous blood pressure spikes. For that tangy flavor you crave, try toasted walnuts with a sprinkle of feta instead. You'll still get richness, but without the hidden risks. But as worrying as blue cheese is, the final cheese on our danger list is even more alarming. It's not only everywhere in sandwiches, on burgers, even melted on toast, but it's not even real cheese. And yet, millions of seniors are eating it every day without a clue about the damage it causes. Dangerous cheese 1, American cheese. Now we come to the number 1 worst cheese for seniors, the one that hides in plain sight. It's stacked in supermarket aisles, slipped into sandwiches, melted on burgers, and for many, it's been a breakfast staple since childhood. I'm talking about American cheese. Here's the shocking truth. American cheese isn't really cheese at all. It's a processed product made from leftover scraps of other cheeses, emulsifiers, colorings, and chemical stabilizers. In fact, it's often only 40 to 60% actual dairy. The rest? A mix of fillers and additives like sodium citrate, sorbic acid, and carrageenanol linked to metabolic problems, insulin resistance, and even inflammation in the brain. One of the biggest dangers is that American cheese carries a deceptively high glycemic load. Even though it's low in carbs, it still spikes insulin, which is especially dangerous for seniors dealing with diabetes or prediabetes. A 2021 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition revealed that seniors who ate processed cheese slices more than 3 times a week had 22% higher fasting insulin levels and a 30% greater risk of cognitive impairment within a single year. That means something as simple as your grilled cheese sandwich could be nudging your brain toward memory loss. If you want that same creamy melt without the hidden dangers, choose natural cheeses like aged cheddar or part-skim mozzarella. Both melt beautifully without the chemical baggage. And here's a rule of thumb: always check the label. If the package says cheese product or processed, put it back on the shelf. Now, if this part made you take a second look at your fridge, give this video a like right now. It tells YouTube this is urgent information that more seniors need to hear, and it helps us reach others who are still unknowingly eating these dangerous cheeses every day. We've now revealed the 4 most dangerous cheeses for seniors. But don't worry, it's not all bad news. Because the right cheeses can actually lower blood pressure, strengthen bones, protect memory, and heal the gut. Let's move into the 4 must-eat cheeses every senior should enjoy daily. Healing cheese 4, feta cheese. Now that we've uncovered the most dangerous cheeses, let's turn to the healing side. Coming in at number 4 on our must-eat list is feta cheese, especially the kind made from sheep or goat's milk. Many people see feta as nothing more than a simple salad topping, but in reality, it's a powerful ally for seniors, especially when it comes to heart health, digestion, and even inflammation. Unlike cow's milk cheese, authentic feta made from sheep or goat milk is naturally lower in lactose. That means it's far easier to digest, which is a big relief for seniors who often develop mild lactose intolerance after 60. But the real magic of feta is in its fat composition. Goat and sheep milk are rich in medium-chain fatty acids, which your body burns quickly for energy instead of storing as belly fat. Even more, feta contains conjugated linoleic acid, a nutrient shown to reduce inflammation and improve body composition, a ratio of fat to lean muscle that becomes so critical with age. Science backs this up. A 2022 study published in Nutrients found that older adults who ate sheep or goat milk cheese 3 times per week lowered their levels of C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation, by 21%. They also improved their gut microbiome diversity compared to those eating standard cow's milk cheese. That means less bloating, less stiffness, and better overall resilience. If you want to get the most out of feta, here's what to do. Always choose the kind that comes packed in brine, not the pre-crumbled versions sitting in plastic tubs. The brine keeps its probiotics alive and active. Rinse it lightly before serving to reduce excess salt, and pair it with heart-healthy olive oil and greens for maximum benefit. Feta is a humble cheese, but when it's real and used the right way, it can truly transform senior health. And that's just the beginning. Because the next cheese on our list doesn't just protect your gut, it actively supports memory and brain function. Healing cheese 3, Parmesan cheese. You've probably sprinkled Parmesan on pasta or soups, thinking of it as just a flavor boost. But authentic Parmesan, known as Parmigiano Reggiano and aged for at least 12 months, is far more than a seasoning. For seniors, It's one of the most nutrient-dense cheeses in the world and a true powerhouse for both the brain and the body. One of the things that makes authentic Parmesan so special is that it's naturally low in lactose, making it much easier to digest for older adults. But it goes deeper than that. Because it's aged so long, its proteins are partially broken down, making them far easier to absorb. For seniors with weaker digestion or lower stomach acid, that's a crucial difference. You actually get to absorb and use the nutrients rather than losing them. Parmesan is also packed with calcium, phosphorus, and a unique amino acid called glutamate, which plays an important role in brain function. That's why it's not just helping your bones, it's helping your memory, too. A 2021 clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that seniors who consumed just 30 grams of aged Parmesan daily improved their memory scores and retained more muscle mass over 12 weeks compared to a group eating lower-quality cheeses. Meet Arthur, a 74-year-old former engineer from Wisconsin. Despite eating plenty of protein, he was slowly losing muscle. His dietitian suggested adding a daily serving of authentic Parmesan to his soups and salads. Within 8 weeks, Arthur regained 2 pounds of lean muscle, felt steadier on his feet, and noticed sharper mental focus during his morning crossword puzzles. The key here is authenticity. True Parmigiano Reggiano will be stamped on the rind, a guarantee that it's the real thing. Avoid those green can shakers or pre-grated tubs. They often contain fillers like cellulose, sometimes even wood pulp, which rob you of the real benefits. A small block of authentic Parmesan, shaved fresh over your meals, is where the true power lies. Parmesan proves that cheese doesn't have to be heavy to be healing. But if you prefer something softer and creamier, the next cheese on our list might surprise you. It doesn't just taste luxurious, it can help build muscle, boost energy, and even protect your gut lining. Healing cheese too, ricotta cheese. Ricotta might look simple. It's soft, mild, and often tucked into lasagna or spread on toast. But don't let its gentle taste fool you. Fresh ricotta is one of the most underrated superfoods for seniors. Unlike heavy cheeses, ricotta is a whey cheese, made from the nutrient-rich liquid left behind after other cheeses are created. That liquid contains all 9 essential amino acids, especially leucine, the exact nutrient your body needs to rebuild and preserve muscle tissue. After age 60, when sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, accelerates, this becomes priceless. The science is remarkable. A 2022 randomized trial in the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition showed that seniors who consumed just 3 ounces of fresh ricotta daily for 8 weeks increased their leg strength by 15%, improved their balance, and even lowered inflammation markers compared to those who ate a non-dairy substitute. And ricotta's gifts don't stop there. It's rich in lactoferrin, a protein that supports the immune system, regulates iron levels, and fights oxidative stress. For seniors who often struggle with anemia or low iron absorption, this is a natural way to boost energy without triggering inflammation. Take Gloria, a 66-year-old caregiver from Michigan. She battled fatigue and mild anemia for years. Her nutritionist suggested adding ricotta to her breakfast, sometimes stirred into oatmeal, sometimes spread on whole grain toast with berries. Within a month, her energy rebounded. Her hemoglobin rose from 11.5 to 13.2, and she said she finally felt light and strong again. If you want to try ricotta yourself, go for the freshest version you can find, ideally from a deli or farmer's market. If that's not possible, make it at home. It's easier than most people think. Avoid processed tubs with added gums and stabilizers. They lack the rich nutrients and benefits of the real thing. Ricotta proves that creamy can also mean healing. And now, we've reached the #1 healing cheese, the champion that not only nourishes the body, but also strengthens the brain, the gut, and even your mood. Healing cheese 1. Goat cheese. And here we are, the #1 healing cheese for seniors, goat cheese. At first glance, it might seem like just another option in the dairy aisle, but goat cheese is truly special. It doesn't just taste creamy and delicious, it actively supports brain function, gut health, and even emotional balance, making it one of the best daily health allies for people over 60. Why is goat cheese so powerful? For one, it's naturally lower in lactose, which means it's gentler on digestion for those who struggle with bloating or discomfort from cow's milk. It's also rich in essential minerals like calcium and phosphorus, which help maintain strong bones and prevent fractures as we age. But the real secret lies in its fats. Goat cheese contains caprylic acid and medium-chain triglycerides compounds that strengthen the gut lining and protect against what's called leaky gut. For seniors, this is critical because a weakened gut barrier allows toxins and inflammation to seep into the bloodstream, fueling everything from fatigue to joint pain. Even better, aged varieties of goat cheese like Chèvre or Buchanan are naturally packed with probiotics. These beneficial bacteria don't just help digestion, they support mood regulation, reduce anxiety, and strengthen immunity. A 2023 study published in Clinical Nutrition showed that adults over 60 who ate aged goat cheese 3 times per week had 26% higher levels of protective gut bacteria, less bloating, and even reported feeling less anxious and fatigued. If you want to get these benefits yourself, always choose high-quality, aged goat cheese from local farms or health stores when possible. Look for unflavored options, since many commercial goat cheeses contain added oils or gums that cancel out the health benefits. And for maximum absorption, pair goat cheese with high-fiber foods like leafy greens, lentils, or whole grains. Goat cheese is living proof that not all dairy is harmful. In fact, the right kind, eaten the right way, can strengthen your body, protect your mind, and bring back energy you thought you'd lost. Now that we've revealed the 4 worst and the 4 best cheeses for seniors, let's bring it all together with a conclusion that shows you exactly why these choices matter more than ever. So here's the truth. Not all cheeses are created equal. Some, like American slices, blue cheese, and other highly processed varieties, may look harmless, even traditional, but in reality, they're raising your blood pressure, spiking your blood sugar, damaging your gut, and speeding up memory loss. And the sad part is, the dairy industry continues to sell them to seniors every day as part of a so-called balanced diet. But you don't have to be stuck. Because the right cheeses, the ones rich in clean protein, probiotics, and anti-inflammatory fats, can actually do the opposite. They can help rebuild muscle, calm inflammation, strengthen digestion, and even protect your brain against decline. And they taste incredible, proving that health doesn't mean giving up enjoyment, it just means choosing wisely. I've seen it happen time and time again. Seniors who felt tired, bloated, and foggy suddenly feel lighter, stronger, and clearer when they make this one small switch in their fridge. Sometimes the biggest transformation begins not with a new medication, but with a simple change in what we eat every day. Now it's your move. Don't wait until your next blood test shows a dangerous spike or your joints ache so badly you stop walking as much. You've heard the stories. You've seen the evidence. The power is in your hands, starting with what's in your refrigerator tonight. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt bloated, fatigued, or noticed joint pain after eating cheese, but couldn't figure out why? Which of these 8 cheeses are you eating right now? And which one are you ready to swap starting today? Share your answer in the comments below. I read and reply to every single one with personalized tips. And remember, your story might help another senior watching right now. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to Forever Health 247, and share it with someone you love. Together, we can spread the truth, protect our health, and age with more energy, clarity, and strength than we ever thought possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.